Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here for 7 News at noon. Here we are on another snowy day. So many areas across Western New York and many that haven't seen the snow yet really getting hit this morning.
We should let you know that not only are we broadcasting live on Channel 7, we're also broadcasting live on our WKBW Facebook page. The coolest part about this, though, is that if you log on to our WKBW Facebook page, you're able to interact. We've got Mary Beth here. She can answer all of your questions, especially as it pertains to the afternoon commute, because we know this morning was supposed to be dicey.
Yes.
This afternoon's supposed to be dicey as well. And what it might look like tomorrow as we get ready for the weekend. So why don't we check in with Mary Beth Roble here? She's tracking what's happening right now as that snow band continues to move through Western New York.
Right. Well, the good news is that the afternoon commute won't be as dicey as it was this morning, but it will for folks living across the southern tier. That's where the focus of the snow is right now. So if you're driving along I-86, it could be a little bit tricky from Jamestown over to Olean. Some heavier snow cells around ski country at Ellicottville, down toward Franklinville, into Hinsdale, into northern Pennsylvania at Shingle House and Roulette, seeing some heavy snow showers there. But elsewhere across Western New York, we are starting to dry out. In fact, we're seeing a little sunshine here in downtown Buffalo. So much improved weather, but we're not completely done with this clipper coming through. You can see there's another wave of snow that may be heading in here later this afternoon, but really the focus is going to be on areas south of Buffalo for the most part. So right now, I want to get you in touch with the latest on the lake effect snow warnings. The one in effect for southern Erie County and Wyoming County is in effect till tomorrow morning. Could see another 2 to 4 inches of snow, but gusty winds up to 45 miles an hour. And also across the southern tier, that goes till 4 a.m. Saturday, another half foot to a foot of snow for ski country in the southern tier, and some heavier snowfall amounts in northern Pennsylvania as well going into Friday evening. We still have the winter weather advisory in effect for northern Erie County. That includes Metro Buffalo into Niagara County, Orleans and Genesee counties as well, and also Allegheny County could see another maybe 1 to 4 inches of snow. So I want to tell you, we have these very strong wind gusts. In fact, they may actually ramp up this afternoon. They're now gusting to near 40 at Dunkirk, 25 at the Buffalo Airport. And I want to show you as we go into the afternoon, the winds may gust close to 50 miles an hour at Dunkirk. So if you're driving along I-90, you may run into some snow showers there and some whiteout conditions. And tomorrow it's going to turn sharply colder with breezy conditions. Visibility is dropped significantly across the southern tier, down to about a half mile right now at Olean, Jamestown just above a half mile. And the highest snowfall totals, though, Batavia is coming in as the winner from this little snow event. 8 inches there. East Aurora over 7 inches. The Buffalo Airport came in with 7 inches. Hamburg and Eden about a half foot there. And then we have a Little Valley with a half foot. West Seneca over 5 inches. Bemis Point 4 inches. And this is as of 8 o'clock this morning. So the snow across the southern tier is going to be higher come this afternoon. But right now, Warsaw coming in with 2.5 inches. Springville as of 8 a.m. coming in with 2.6 inches, and lesser amounts for places like Niagara Falls, Cassadaga, and Wellsville.
Mary Beth, we're inviting you to join in on the conversation on our WKBW Facebook page. And two of the people that we normally hear from, Jason and Peter, are joining us this morning. Jason saying it's snowing and blowing in Springville. Peter saying that there's sun shining in Williamsville, but there are dark clouds. But Cindy wondering what's going to happen in Niagara Falls. Can we answer her question?
Yeah, Niagara Falls is going to stay pretty dry this afternoon. Maybe this evening there could be some streamers coming in off of Lake Ontario, because we do have winds shifting to the northwest, and it may bring in a little bit of snow for a brief period of time. So maybe another 1 to 2 inches. But right now, the afternoon looks A-okay up in the falls.
I pulled up another comment here from Melly. She joins us often. And again, if you're watching for maybe the first time, go to our WKBW Facebook page and you can type your own questions in here for Mary Beth to answer. Melly's wondering, how about Metro Buffalo? And she is also in South Buffalo. We know that. Are they going to get more snow today?
Well, the Buffalo metro area through tonight, I would say after 8 o'clock, after the evening rush hour, We may have a couple of snow showers putting down 1, 2, 3 inches of snow. Same for South Buffalo. Really, the focus is going to be across the southern tier as we go into tonight and tomorrow.
Mary Beth, hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Stand by for us because we want to bring in some other questions here and some other real-time reporting. Peter wondering, have the runways at the airport reopened? I spoke with Kelly Khatib, who is one of the spokespeople for the NFTA, telling me earlier this morning that the runways really never closed, that they were just kind of delayed. Officially, she told me that there were delays getting in and out of the airport. I want to read you exactly what she told me this morning. Runway is open, but we are experiencing delays. Please check with your airlines for details on specific flights. Now, I did just check in at the big board on the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. We're seeing 2 canceled flights, 18 at this point delayed. So again, good advice to check in with your carrier before you head to the airport.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the wind rather than the snow, because it's really tough for the planes to take off in those really strong wind gusts up to 45, 50 miles an hour.
And you know what, coming up a little bit later in the show, you're going to hear from someone who I spoke with at the airport who has been sitting or had been sitting on the runway on the plane for over 4 hours. We're going to have that story coming up in just a bit.
So we should also point out what is also open this morning is the 90 at the 400. Earlier this morning, there was a major backup. I want to show you what it looks like live this afternoon from our traffic cameras. This is one of those areas that was of utmost concern for so many of us, but at this point, moving smoothly comparatively to what it was earlier this morning. Here's what it looked like about 6:30 this morning. You can see that jackknife tractor trailer kind of sitting there on the westbound lanes with some traffic moving through at points, trying to eke through that narrow opening. Here's what it looks like now. The road's down to clear pavement. And not only are they clear, there's nothing really going on. So certainly some good news as we continue on through our day. And as we heard from Mary Beth, not necessarily expecting a lot of what we saw this morning, this afternoon.
Right. And not a lot of snow to fall, perhaps in some spots, but it's that blowing snow that could create some issues. So we want to let you know exactly what you're seeing on the roads right now. You saw what it looked like earlier. Here's a live look at the 90 right now. We also have 7 News reporter Michael Schwartz, who is out right now. Michael, tell us where you are and what you've been seeing as you've been out driving around.
Right now, kind of like what we just saw on the highway. Pretty clear. You can see at least a plow has got through at least one time here, and this is what the side streets look like. But if you do pay attention to those branches, you can see how packed on that snow is, just to give you an idea of how wet this snow is and how heavy it could be. So really be careful shoveling. I did speak to the public information officer this morning at the New York State DOT, who said they have more than 450 people that have been actively working around the clock 24/7, really since the day before Thanksgiving in areas of Cattaraugus, Chautauqua, Niagara, and Erie counties. As we head onto Broadway right now, again, you can see it's that wet snow, and once those plows go through, it's melted. But it's important to note that when you do travel on the highways, it is so important to give these plows the room to work. Here's what the public information officer of the New York State DOT told me this morning about the calls they've received.
Surprisingly, we have received a number of All
right, so we apologize for those technical difficulties, but she was saying that she received a lot of calls from people stuck behind plows. Well, that's what's going to happen when these plows have to go 30 miles per hour. They have to go that slow so the salt can be effective and the salt can be in those areas. If they go faster than 30 miles per hour, well, the salt's not really going to be a good do any favor. Here's a look at Broadway right now. We're heading into the Depew area, but again, these streets are pretty clear. I have heard from at least one viewer, and again, this is we're in this with you, so please comment if you have any issues on your street. But I did hear from a viewer in North Buffalo on Admiral saying that her street has not really been plowed yet. So crews are continuing to work, but main roads like this in the city right now, Ed and Katie, are pretty clear. And you can see those puddles on the ground, and that gives you an idea of just how wet, again, this snow is. Once those plows go through, it's pretty melted. You really want to have the right boots on, because this is that slush, that snow, that even though it's really not that much accumulation overall compared to what we've seen in the past years, I got the big boots on today because I am not having wet socks, Ed and Katie and Mary Beth. You know, that is the worst thing. But please let me know if you're watching right now, let me know how your street is looking, and maybe we could head that way. We are boots on the ground, literally coming to your areas.
Okay, so Michael, just so we're clear, you were on Broadway in the city of Buffalo heading to the Depew area?
Yep.
Okay, so we're just getting a comment here from Crystal, who says it's not safe walking on Union Road between Lawson and Old Union. That seems to be in the Cheektowaga, West Seneca area. Crystal, correct me if I'm wrong here. She says there's no sidewalks and you have to walk in the street. My mom was almost hit 5 times just going to Tim Hortons. And one of the times she was almost hit by a Cheektowaga cop car, she says. Obviously, everyone on high alert today, you know, and certainly these guys and girls have a lot of work to do. But perhaps you could head to that area, Michael, and so that we can get an update for Crystal.
I'm writing that down right now, Crystal, so I appreciate you sending it to me. Union Road between Lesson Road and what was that?
It's Lawson Road.
Yeah.
Lawson.
Between Union, it looks like, and Old Union.
You got it.
So I think that's the West Seneca, Cheektowaga area.
Yes.
Awesome.
Very good.
Yeah, we're headed there
All right.
now.
Michael Schwartz on his way there for you. Appreciate you, Michael. We'll check back in with you in a bit. Want to bring in Nadine's comment here because she's got a question for Mary Beth. How's it going to be around 3 in the Kenmore area? They're having a village stop, sip, and shop, and it goes until 8 tonight.
Yeah, I think it'll be dry in Kenmore, and we'll be right back after these messages. Stay with us.
Okay, so we are going to continue the conversation here on our Facebook Live. Mary Beth is here with us. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, Crystal. We appreciate that. So we'll text that information to Michael. I know he's backstage here. I don't know if he's still listening, but Michael, take a look at the comments here. Crystal telling us exactly where she lives. Give me a thumbs up if you see this or if you can hear me.
Got it.
And she said that her mom is willing to talk. So that would be phenomenal.
Getting the thumbs up from Michael behind the scenes.
Cool.
Behind the scenes.
You know what, Crystal? What I would love to do is send you a text. Can you send me a text message, Crystal? Maybe what we could do is have you join the stream or have your mom join the stream right now so she could talk with us in real time, showing what it's like in that community. My cell phone number here, 716-713-3514. Our producers are going to put that in the comments for you. I would love to send you a text message. You can hop on, join us live on the show to explain what's actually going on. Excuse me, in the Cheektowaga, West Seneca area.
Meantime, our producer, Aaron, any particular place you want us to go after this or any particular elements you want to let us know about?
Airport.
Okay.
Again, if you could put my phone number in the comments here, 716-713-3514. And Crystal, again, we'd love to have you or your mom join us live on the show. Super important to hear your voice and share your story. And we know that the best way to do that is in real time. Okay.
I also want to bring in this comment from Anita because Anita is going to be going to the airport shortly after this. I mentioned that I spoke with someone who had some issues there today. So Anita's saying about a foot of snow near the airport. She hasn't seen any airport totals. Mary Beth, I know we only have a little bit of time, 30 seconds until we come back from the commercial.
Yeah, as of 8 o'clock this morning, the airport received about 7 inches of snow, but more fell after that. So
Good. Yeah. All right, Anita, thank you. And we're going to tell you more about what's been happening at the airport throughout the morning.
So
in just a bit, we're going to join in with our television viewers again shortly.
Welcome back to a special edition of 7 News at Noon. You're looking live at Broadway in the city of Buffalo as we head into the Depew area. Our 7 News reporter Michael Schwartz taking a look at road conditions all around the area as we continue to see snowfall all throughout western New York. The airport is affected by the snowfall today. 2 canceled airlines at flights right now. It's been a long morning. We're seeing about 24 also delayed, but there are so many people who are affected by this as well.
Yeah, so there was one flight in particular. I had someone reach out to me because they said, listen, we have been sitting here on the runway, on the airport, or at least on the tarmac there, and just waiting to go. So this was an American Airlines flight, and it was headed to Charlotte. She was eventually going to LA, and they boarded the flight. They said it was an early morning flight around 6 a.m., get on the plane, expecting to leave early in the morning. And then 4 hours later, when I spoke with them, they were still sitting on the plane. They said at one point they were told if they got off the plane, they might not be able to get back on. Then they were said, okay, you can't get back on and back off because a lot of people maybe had to use the bathroom or had to grab some food. So I want you to hear what Elisa had to tell me this morning, because now she's also thinking, what kind of compensation do I get as a traveler when I'm in this kind of situation?
We don't have the sound here, unfortunately, but as you can imagine, there's frustration, and people do want to know what they would have to do and how they are eligible for that compensation.
Well, I think you can, because I have traveled frequently and I've run into situations like this. What you need to do is write directly to the airline. And then request compensation, either in miles or a refund.
So she told me today she reached out via Twitter and also via phone. This was an American Airlines flight. So we're going to keep seeing if she is able to get anywhere with that. Now, meantime, tonight on 7 News at 5:30, so Voices here at 5:30, they're going to take a closer look at what kind of rights you have as an airline passenger, specifically when weather is involved.
Mary Beth, Peter wondering, could these warnings or watches be extended?
I don't think so. I think the winter weather advisory is going to expire early tomorrow morning for the metro area points north and to the east. And the lake effect snow warnings will eventually dwindle because you know what? It's going to be a split weekend. A Saturday, we're going to be cold, but by Sunday, we're going to be in the mid 40s. So all that lake effect and snow is going to go away.
Okay. You know what, Mary Beth, we're going to take a quick break, come back, maybe join with Crystal, who was just talking to us about West Seneca, the Cheektowaga area, right after this. You're watching 7 News at noon. Okay. Crystal, are you there? Can you join in? Are you with us? Are you here? I see that you're in, but we can't see your camera or hear your microphone. But we'd love to have you chat with us. In the
meantime, while we're working on that, let me just ask Hannah's question too.
Yeah.
She's looking about if there's any more snow for Depew.
For Depew, I think the afternoon is going to stay pretty dry. This evening, you might get a couple of snow showers. If you do get any snow, it's not going to be a lot, maybe an inch or two. But the gusty winds may actually cut down on the visibility a little bit. So just be careful. And I do want to mention, even though you see the streets, they're cleaned off, it's the sidewalks and the stairs that have that icy mix, because overnight we had that rain snow mix and then it froze. So there's some black ice on the sidewalks and maybe even your stairwell too. So just be careful walking this afternoon.
Lori also wondering how driving conditions will be between Buffalo and Rochester on the 90 around 3.
I think you're going to be fine. You may run into a couple of snow showers around Batavia with some strong wind gusts too, but it's not going to be a major deal. But I just say, take it easy, slow down if you encounter that, and then put your lights on and leave a lot of stopping distance between you and the next guy in front of you.
Yeah, and a reminder too, this morning we talked to so many DPW coordinators or highway superintendents, and they mentioned too, if you're seeing a plow, don't try to go around it, try to stay behind it, and just take care, give them space to do what they need to do.
Danielle asking any more for Lackawanna. We've got about 30 seconds here.
Not a whole lot. Really, the focus was going to be areas south of Buffalo, southern Erie County, and the ski country, the southern tier portion. That's going to get more significant snowfall tonight into tomorrow.
This is the video of thunder snow. We'll play that for you in just a second as we
I
merge
heard
in
that
with our
too.
TV
That was
viewers.
a pretty cool thing.
It was unbelievable. Jason, will there be a driving ban in southern Erie County? It does not appear that they are heading in that direction by any means. And when we spoke with Bill Geary, he seemed pretty confident that folks would be able to get out and about today. Kelsey's saying that Jamestown is still terrible. She's got snow tires and it's still horrendous.
Yeah, and Jackie, we'll get to your question in just a little bit. Stand by again. We're going to join in with our television viewers. Welcome back, everybody, to a special edition here on Second News at Second Cup of 7 News at noon. We're glad to have you with us as we are tracking that winter weather that we've been seeing all across the area. You are looking live right now at the 90. Conditions have really improved on the thruway since we were on live with you earlier this morning.
And Mary Beth, you're saying that the afternoon commute might not be as bad as
No,
perhaps
it won't
first
be.
thought.
Yeah, especially here in the metro area, I think it'll be relatively dry. There might be a couple of snow showers, but nothing like we had this morning. In fact, if we can take the weather graphics right now, I want to show you the conditions here in downtown Buffalo. It is really, really nice. We have partly cloudy skies. It's 32 degrees, but those winds are gusting now to 24 miles per hour. Here's a look at the hourly forecast. Our best chance of any snow will come after the evening rush hour here in the metro area. Could see maybe 1 to 2 inches of accumulation. And I want to show you the hourly forecast model. So here's 4 o'clock. There's a little bit of snow around Batavia, but the heavier snow near the PA line and not much here in the metro area. But as I mentioned, those winds tonight going to turn to the northwest. Some streamers up in Niagara County into the metro area tonight could put down maybe a quick 1 or 2 inches. And tomorrow it's going to turn sharply colder. You're really going to notice the wind chills, but the lake effect snow will be churning across the southern tier tomorrow into early Saturday. That snow band will weaken and lift northward on Saturday into the Buffalo metro area. Could pick up a couple more inches of snow, maybe 1 or 2 inches. Then we dry out for the second half of the weekend. So here's projected snowfall totals between now and 5 o'clock Saturday. And you can see the heaviest snow totals across the southern tier ski country. Lesser amounts as you get toward Hamburg into the Buffalo metro area and points northward. But Batavia, the Genesee Valley, you could pick up a little bit more going into early Saturday. Yeah. So
Mary Beth, thank you so much. You're watching 7 News at noon. We'll be right back. Go ahead, Nick. Say that again. Okay. Renee wondering, Mary Beth, she's going to the Sabres game tonight.
Yeah.
From Cheektowaga, no problem. Yeah. You might have a couple of snow showers on your way home from the game, but it shouldn't be a major problem. Just take it slow.
Okay, why don't we go to the Thunder Snow video and then maybe a live camera? And Anita sent me some pictures from Cheektowaga. Do you want them in Slack, or what would you like me to do with these?
And while Ed's talking to our producer, MB, I'm just going to ask you this question from Bob. Coming back from Cleveland tomorrow, will the snow band be along?
Okay.
If you're coming back from Cleveland, you may encounter some heavy snow as you go toward Ripley. The Ripley exit between Ripley and Angola, you may have some heavy snow to go through. So I would just take it really, really slow.
Take it slow tomorrow,
Yeah,
Bob.
tomorrow.
Okay, I just sent Jenna, I'm sending Jenna 2 pictures from Anita in North Cheektowaga to our producers in the background. And how much time until we come back with our TV viewers? About a minute. Okay, we're going to test Michael's shot here. Michael,
hey guys.
Hi, can you hear us?
Ed, Judy's been trying to reach you.
I know, I'm having trouble getting her. Are you with her?
So,
Hi, Ed.
Hi. Okay, can we chat with you in a second?
See, you know what? Like, you call Channel 7, we're going to show up right at your doorstep.
I love this. That's what it's all about.
My complaint is the sidewalks.
Okay, so
are
Michael, stand by for us.
Everybody.
All right.
30 seconds, Michael.
Here comes our baby girl.
Oh, this is Beware of Dog?
Well, we had another dog.
You never know what's going to happen. Okay, Jenna has those pictures, but I think let's go to the Cheektowaga, West Seneca area.
Okay.
I'm not on IFB.
I'll take us back, and then you could toss us there. Welcome back. You are watching a special edition of 7 News at noon. We've been listening to your voices throughout the morning, throughout the afternoon. You've been telling us where you've been seeing issues when it comes to this snowfall in Western New York.
So some folks saying that Cheektowaga is in rough shape. Not only did you
I don't have
tell
my
us
sweater on.
earlier in this show, we are now showing up at your door. So
Yeah.
Michael Schwartz is live for us in the Cheektowaga, West Seneca area. Michael, what are you seeing out there? Because we know some folks are really not thrilled with the roads.
Yeah, look, that's the best thing about the way we can broadcast here on digital and over air is you call us, we're literally going to show up right at your door. I'm here with Judy. Her daughter, Crystal, contacted us. And by the way, Bella's enjoying the snow. But Judy, what's the issue right now that you're seeing here in this area?
Walking Union, William, anywhere. There's no sidewalks. I almost got hit by a Cheektowaga cop on William. The cars come literally heading towards you.
Yeah.
They don't want to move.
Well, the road is pretty clear right now and around
No,
here,
the
but you're saying the
sidewalk.
sidewalks.
All the sidewalks are covered where you cannot walk.
Gotcha.
And I don't have a car. I did Metro or walking or
Where have you been this morning?
Tim Hortons and back. I went to Dollar General the other day and I almost got hit by the cop.
Gotcha. So it's really the sidewalks that you really got to be careful of, Judy.
There
saying,
is no
"Hi,
sidewalks
Bella."
here.
There's no sidewalks.
No.
So,
No.
Judy, are you walking in the street?
Are you walking in the street?
Yep.
Yeah. That's exactly.
That's got to be super frustrating, super scary,
And
and
you
dangerous.
move over an inch and you're in the snowbank.
Yeah. No, Judy, is there an actual sidewalk that's just not being cleared, or there's no sidewalk at all?
Are you saying there's no sidewalk at all, or it's not being cleared?
It's not being cleared.
It's not being cleared.
Okay. So you know what? That's a reminder to homeowners and business owners to make sure that you're getting out there to keep people like Judy safe.
I've been here for 19 years and it's been like this.
Yeah. Now, Judy and Crystal live behind a office here. I think this is the
It's the
veterinary
same
office.
address, 2460.
Same office here in the Depew area.
No,
Cheektowaga. I'm sorry about that. But you can see, I mean, this area is pretty clear right now. There's no snow coming down, and you can see Bella's having a great time out in
Well,
the snow, and it's pretty clear. But again, those sidewalks are the big issue here.
Michael, why don't you take a look around to the sidewalks, and we'll touch base with you tonight on 7 News at 5 and 6. And of course, we'll follow you on all of your social media platforms. This is something that we're going to continue following for you, though, throughout the afternoon on WKBW.com.
This is how we're handling the snow. If you have concerns, make sure you're reaching out to us. You let us know what you see outside your door. The news is continuing after this, and Mary Beth is going to have a full forecast. She's tracking that afternoon commute for you.
Thanks so much for joining us for a special edition of 7 News at noon. We're back tomorrow morning starting at 5 a.m. Have a great day.